Return of the Queen. Oh gosh, hello everyone! Wait. I need to like remember. Right, okay. Mayday! It's Mako Sunday! Hello everyone! Long time no see. It has been, what, 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks, I think. Around then. She's back. Hello everyone! I am back after 2 weeks of being gone. Okay, so... And Riley! Thank you for 8 months member, my biggest supporter. Thank you! Okay, so for those who haven't been keeping up, I went to Korea. As you can tell from the very glaring stream title, I went to Korea. And that's like for 10 days. Around. Yeah, 10 days. And like that's the reason why I've been gone for the most part. But after that, after I went, that's the wrong Korea flag. Anyway. Yeah, I went to Korea for like 10 days and that's why I've been gone. And then after I got back, I wanted to stream. I wanted to stream as soon as I got back. But I got a cold. I got a cold. It wasn't even like a fever, I think. Okay, no, I had 37.5. That counts as a fever. But like it was a very mild baby fever. But like I had a really bad cough. Okay, wait. Okay. So I can play I can play what my voice sounded like during the time of the cough. I went through puberty too. I went through puberty too, and I was like, I can't stream with this voice. Hold on, let me try to find. Okay, yeah, I have the record. I have a 4-second recording of a sample of what my voice sounded like during the time I got sick, and I will play it. I should have streamed. I am not streaming on a puberty 2 voice. Future Mako, would be funny debuting my brother. No, my voice would die. I mean, it would have been funny, but I wouldn't have been able to do it for long. Anyway, well, yeah, it was like this.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah, it was like that. That was my voice. That was my voice during the time I got sick. Well, I'll play it again. Like, I'll say it with my normal voice right now. Chicken jockey. And now if you listen to it again.
Chicken jockey.
That was like this is like 2 octaves lower. It is a whole 2 octaves lower. I actually sound like a dude. I did. Hi, dude. Konmiya. Long time no see. I straight up sounded like a guy. Oh, I showed it. Puberty? It was puberty too. It was. Like, I showed it to a friend, and like he was like, "You sound like my blonde cousin from Alabama." Broken May throat. Are we calling it the May throat? You know what? That's a good name for it. This confirms Mako is a guy IRL. Good chat! No, don't clip it. That's my real voice. Call me up, Mako. Real voice revealed? Question mark. Red circle on thumbnail. Your aunt came from England and got you a Stanley Cup. Your sister keeps calling you zesty. Now you don't know what to do. I mean, you kind of are. Just a bit. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So. I'll be honest, right? I'm still actually preparing the PowerPoint. So, while that's happening, why don't you guys tell me about what you've been going through during the past 2 weeks I've been gone? Because, you know, I wanted to prepare it earlier, but I may have I may have gotten a new game made by a certain man called Kazutaka Kodaka Danganronpa. I wanted to work on it yesterday, but I got distracted by 100-line Last Defense Academy. I bought 100-line Last Defense Academy. You know, the new Kodaka game, the new Kodaka and Uchikoshi game. Yeah, I've been starting on playing that. And that's why I didn't work on the PowerPoint. So, you know, yeah, I'll use you guys as stalling. Stream when? I thought about it, actually. I thought about whether I wanted to stream it, but I decided, no. I'm not going to stream 100 line. Admittedly, it would be very fun to stream, but... One, the gameplay itself is very... What is it? It's very, it's not intensive. Yeah, the gameplay itself is not intensive, and... So I don't think it's, like, a very good idea to stream. And, like, that's the main reason why I'm not doing it. And, I'm not sure if I can commit to 100 line. Like, yeah, I'm not sure if I can commit to getting all 100 endings of 100 line. And, like, I'd have a sour taste in my mouth. Yeah, I'd have a sour taste in my mouth if I started streaming it but didn't see it all the way through to the end. Like, yeah, and like, especially if it's on stream. You still need to get that? You bought Zero Escape and streamed it yesterday? Oh, dude, I actually do need to try Zero Escape. Uchikoshi, like, I've heard he's a very, very good writer, so I'm very curious to see, like, what his games are like. Your exams, more specifically your IGCSEs, and trying to get 5 unseated name-ins in a row in a Balacho, you got into a best of 0 in a row so far. You know what? It's about the grind set, you know? It's about the journey, not the end result. Is the stream lagging? Wait, is it? Stream seems fine for you. Yeah, it's like not showing any drop frames in my... Hold on, let me check stream health. Yeah, I think it's your end, sorry. Oh gosh, yeah, I remember I said this, like, before, like, when it first happened, but I did get, like, a very high internet upgrade. So, if stream did start bugging out, I would have flipped. I would have been like, oh man! You've gotten to E307, 1E from Ninth 1? I mean, you'll get it next time. You know, it's all about the grind set. It's all about the grind set that matters. Oh. But yeah. 100 line, so far, is so chock-filled with Danganronpa references that is making me lose it, man. Like, I cannot do this anymore. There's this, like, I'm on day 2. I'm on day 2. And, one of the lines that one of the characters said is, "Hope? You've got to be kidding me. This is more like despair." I just paused the game for, like, a good 5 minutes and I stared at it and I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me." Like, I'm, like, that and Darumi. There's this character called Amemiya Darumi. If you don't know what she looks like, she's like, yeah, you can look her up, I guess, but she has blue hair. She's one of those quirky girls, and she makes Danganronpa references all the time. I am losing it. Like, oh my gosh. I like there's this one post that talks about her, and like I'm pretty sure it sums her up very well. She is the type to go, "Oh my gosh, Danganronpa," every 5 minutes, and and like every other character will be like, "Man, shut up." She's just like me for real. What was I gonna say? Right. I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like most of our character was made to make fun of the of the people who wanted more Danganronpa, but also like honor them at the same time. She is like very sweet. I watched a bit of like gameplay from a friend, Cheryl. I watched it from Cheryl. Yeah, I watched a bit of gameplay from Cheryl, and Darume is actually like a very, very sweet girl. Like, so, oh wait, I shouldn't like say any spoilers, but like, yeah, I'll try not to say any spoilers, but basically, there is a lot more to her than meets the eye. Yeah, there is very much more to her than meets the eye. So making fun, what do I think of Wuwa? Wuwa. Right, I heard something was going on with it recently. I don't really keep track of Wuwa. I don't keep track of the news or like the gameplay of it. But my friend, what's her name again? Cantarella or something? I saw like I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it. That one animation where it shifts from 3D to 2D to show her very detailedly licking up the what was it? Cherry. Yeah, to show her very like licking up the cherry. that was like that got me. I was like, oh my god. Cantarella, like the Vocaloid song? Wait, there's a Vocaloid song called Cantarella? I watched. I don't know anything about that. The game is horribly optimized? Is it? Oh, I didn't know about that part. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Give me a sec. I'm nearly done with the PowerPoint and then we can get the show on the road. Right. So, actually, I wanted to work on it earlier today as well. But, it was... So, you know how it's getting hotter? And you have to swap out clothes from your closet from winter to summer? Yeah, I was doing that the entire day. I was doing that the entire day. Not the entire day, it just took a very long time. But, you know, it had to be done eventually. You can go 60 stable on HSR with max graphics and color filters, but you can't even crack 30 on WoWa and not even gonna lie. Oh, wait! Okay, no, yeah, sorry, this is like a bit unrelated. But like, I heard Honkai is getting a new game? I heard Honkai is getting a new game? Like, what was it called? Honkai... I forgot what it was called. Does anyone know? Has anyone keeping track? I called it Honkai Skyboat as a joke. But I don't actually know like what the new game is called. Is it Pokemon-like game? Is it? Wait, actually? That's hilarious. Oh gosh, if it's like... Wait, like, how's like, what are the Pokemon? Like, yeah, what are the Pokemon in this new Honkai game? Like, is it actually like beasts, like normal Pokemon, or do you like send out anime girls? It's a Pokemon knockoff? It's a crossover between all the Hoyo games apparently? Wait, really? It's a crossover between- oh my gosh! MiHoYo made their own Smash! Oh, that's funny! No way! Did they actually? That is hilarious. Oh, that is funny. Oh, I mean, I think, like, yeah, speaking of Hoyo, isn't, like, all of their games, like, connected to the Honkai universe anyway? I heard something about that. Yeah, I heard something about, like... Yeah, what do you guys think about it, actually? Because I know, of course, Honkai 3rd and Honkai Star Rail are related. I thought, apparently, Genshin is also related, but like it's in another universe and they just have the same characters, quote-unquote. Sorta, kinda. You told your friend if Genshin released on Switch, you'd play it? Oh, wait, do you guys think it'll come up for Switch too? Like, I am sort of convinced that the reason why... I'm sort of convinced that the reason why... what was it? Genshin hasn't released on the Switch yet, even though they made promises for it. It's because Switch 1 literally cannot run. Genshin's funniness. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why, and they just won't admit it. They're like, oh yeah, it's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon, TM, guys. Like, I am very convinced that's the reason why. It has to be the reason? Yeah. Like... Oh, wait, actually, speaking of performance. Yeah, speaking of performance, I heard people talking about how... Yeah, when discussing Switch 2 performance, they, like, compared Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And apparently, somehow... apparently somehow, Tears of the Kingdom is smaller in size than Breath of the Wild. Somehow. Like, a whole bunch of gigs smaller. I'm not sure how many exactly, but I'm like very surprised about that. Yeah, I'm very surprised about Tears of the Kingdom somehow being smaller in size and more optimized than Breath of the Wild because it has like 3 times the worlds. What's up, Konmiya? Glad to say I'm still alive after going to Miami. I didn't go to Miami. I went to Korea. I went to Korea, Seoul, and Korea, Busan. Oh no. Also, hi, Rasta, Konmiya. Anyway, no. Actually, speaking of which, so one of my mods, Alf, he's not here right now, but Alf, he keeps thinking that I went to Dubai. I don't know why. We were talking about it. Like, I was talking about, oh man, yeah, I'm really exhausted from Korea. And he was like, wait, you were in Korea? Weren't you in Dubai? I don't know how you get Dubai from Korea. And then another guy thought I was in Japan. But then I was like, no, I went there in February. And he was like, what? Oh my gosh. Everyone keeps getting it wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm nearly done with setting up the PowerPoint, but in Korea, right? I got mistaken for like a 14-year-old 3 times. I wasn't Dubai. I stopped gaslighting myself. I'm not gaslight. How do I gaslight? People spoke Korean there. People spoke Korean. I didn't. Sorry, I still have like a bit of a cough. In Korea, there's Dubai. Dubai is not in Korea. You guys are gaslighting me. Dubai is not. Is it? It's not. Dubai is not in Korea. Dubai is a city in the UAE, the United Arab. It's not in Korea, guys. You guys are gaslighting me. It's facts, isn't it? No, it's not. You guys are so mean. I came back after 2 weeks, and you guys are trying to convince me that that Dubai is in Korea. I will not accept this. I refuse to accept. I refuse to. What was it? Conform. Oh, no, that's not the word. To believe. Yeah, I refuse to believe in your weak gaslighting tricks. You will never take me alive. Anyway, yeah, give me just a bit more. Give me, like, just a bit more. I am nearly done setting up all of this. I am very nearly done. I am very, very nearly done. Oh my gosh. Do I believe everything read on the internet? Can he take me alive? Yes. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, I will allow you to take me alive. Anyway. You originally thought Dubai is its own country? That's what Alpha also thought. That's what Alpha also thought. I don't know. No, Dubai is not its own country. Wait. Yeah, it's a city. It's a city. Sorry, I nearly believed it myself for a second. By the way, what's today's Wordle? I did it. I did it. Shoot, what was today's Wordle? I did it today. It was... There was a T at the end. Or am I thinking of yesterday's? There's a T somewhere in there. There was a T in that riddle. And there was a T in that wordle. And that's all I remember. Oh my gosh, wait, I'm speedrunning this PowerPoint. Oh yeah, by the way, while I was in Korea, the Pope died. Okay, I'll talk about that later, but wow. Wow. I cannot believe, like, damn, man. Ouch. Okay, yeah. I'll just talk about it for a bit. I was in a massage chair when it happened. I was in a massage chair, and then like five different DMs and my sister said at the same time, "Hey, the Pope died." Like, I got so many people telling me it at the same time. Like, oh my gosh, okay, that just happened. Anyway, yeah, I'm nearly done. I just gotta set up everything real quick. Oh, but anyway, anything else? Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm using you guys to stall again. Did you miss me while I was gone? Blinks, flutters my eyelashes. Was it hard without me? Oh yeah, while I'm actually like back. Yeah, since I'm back. I actually have nothing. I don't have a lot of things interrupting like my work anymore. Yeah, I won't have anything interrupting my work anymore, like for a while. So you guys can expect like more content. Yeah. I was gonna say more streams, but I'm not like, I can't guarantee that. So I'll just say more content. Yeah, you guys can expect a lot of things coming very soon. Not very soon, but soon. TM. One of them will be I talked about this before. Yeah. Remember, I think some of you remember how I said I wanted to work on like an updated, like, you know, appearance for myself. Yeah. And that will be coming soon. I'll be working on that. As well as a project that I've been meaning to do for a while. Danganronpa stream soon? Play Among Us? Wait! Oh my gosh, speaking of Among Us, did you guys see the Yakuza collab? And did you guys see the Yakuza collab? Weren't there like multiple Majimas or something? Yeah, I think there were like multiple Majima skins on Among Us. That was so funny. Oh, and then Dave the Diver also got a Yakuza collab. It was like what, Ichiban's day off? Yeah, Ichiban's day off or something. That was that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I just saw it on my Steam page. I was like, what? Why is Ichiban and Dave the Diver? You've literally been thinking you want to try giving me a redesign? Hey, I mean, I'm taking suggestions. So the wink wink. I'm taking design suggestions. A heart. Puts my heart. Everything has a Yakuza update? Yeah, dude. It's actually, part of me does kind of want to stream Yakuza. But I'd have to. But like, you can't play. I mean, I guess you can sort of play Yakuza non-linearly. Like, but I feel like a lot of things would be explained if you did play Yakuza like from the beginning. Like, it would explain why Ichiban is the main character instead of Kiryu in later games, and I think some of you already know why. Fun fact, someone showed the Yakuza series to actual Yakuza members and they said the MC was chill but not dripped out enough. Wait, what? Wait, which one? Which MC? Majima or Kiryu? Because I would say Majima is pretty dripped out. I would say Majima is pretty dripped out. Kiryu though, I agree. He does need like a bit of a fashion, a bit more fashion, you know? Okay, hold on. I got one more day. I got one more day to show pictures of, and then we can finally get the show on the road. Kiryu is dripped out, not gonna lie. I'd argue Majima is way more dripped out. Okay, so a very long time ago, I had this streamer friend. Yeah. A very long time ago, I had this streamer friend. He... Oh wait, I think they go by she now. It's been a very long time since I talked to them. But anyway, yeah. I'll just say they, just in case. But yeah. They... What was I gonna say? Right. They were streaming Yakuza. And I watched them play Yakuza 0. And I bought them Kiwami and Kiwami 2 to play on stream, I remember. Yeah, and like, I enjoyed it a lot. Yakuza 0 was very nice. I remember that part very clearly. And then, yeah, I think I was more invested in Majima's story. Yeah, I was more invested in Majima's story than Kiryu's story, I remember. Don't lie, the white suits are radiating aura like Chernobyl. Why would you say it like that? May pimp? No. I was just very invested in the idea of it. Not in the idea of what? I was very invested in watching my friend play because I didn't have a powerful enough computer back then to do it myself. Yeah, I didn't have like a powerful enough computer to do it myself, so I was like, okay, I'll just buy it from my friend and then I'll watch him play it. Yeah, I knew that was him back then. I think their pronouns changed, but like I like cut contact with them. Not cut contact, like I just lost touch with them, like after a while. Oh, okay. We are now ready to show the Korea trip pictures. We are now ready to show the Korea trip pictures. Are you guys ready? I don't think it's all of them, but it's most of them. It is definitely not all of them, but it's most of them. Okay, now we are so back. Give me a moment here. Give me a moment here. Let me set it up. I wanted to work on this much earlier. But you guys have already heard my excuses. I blame 100 line and clothes. Okay, so hold on. Let me get the appropriate music as well. Let me get the appropriate music for this. New window. Playlists. You know what? Sure, we can. Boom. Okay. Okay, now we can do this. That's very good. That's good enough music. Oh yeah, by the way, YouTube servers are dying right now. Are they? Oh no, that explains a lot actually. Uh-oh. Bear with it for a while. You know, yeah, as soon as I'm done with May 2, I'll probably actually start looking into Twitch dual streams. Yeah, cause I do want to stream on Twitch. It's just that I'm not like familiar with it enough yet. So I'll probably like get educated with like how everything works, and then I'll start streaming on Twitch. I don't know. I'm half doing it because oh god, right. Why is this so okay? There. yeah, I'm like, I've only haven't started doing it because I'm not familiar with the platform yet, but I'll probably do it like very soon. Anyway. Hello everyone. Wait, hold on. I need to start this properly. Hello everyone. Welcome to my Korea Trip 2025 presentation. My name is Moko Komir, and let us start. God, I hate when presentations start like that. They're so awkward. Anyway. One of your friends actually said that dual streaming is more difficult for her because it's hard to read both chats and if it leads to like platform favorites and stuff. Ah, yeah, it does. I'll probably have to like pick one chat to read from too, but we'll see. Anyway, so day 0, the flight. Okay, so I flew out the day before Easter holiday. Yeah, Easter Friday, Good Friday, whatever it's called. I already forgot. Anyway. Yeah, so I flew out with my family the day before Friday, which is a Thursday. I did not practice for this at all. Anyway, so before we start, I'd like to show you guys what I was doing right before the flight. I was working on an art project, and and the objective of this project was to remake something electronic into something new. So, you guys know that Tamagotchi phase I had? I decided to use one of those Tamagotchis and remake it into a toilet because I dropped my Tamagotchi in the toilet. Oh my gosh, and then. No, it died. It's okay, I had like 2 more. But anyway, I'd like to, before we get into like the actual trip details, I'd like to read aloud the report I wrote. I'd like to read aloud the description I wrote for Skibbity Gotchi. Give me a second. I need to find it. Give me a second. It's very good. I assure you, it is a very great report that I let me put on the reverb for this too. Okay. Ahem. Tamagotchi. Okay, so the report title is Recreating Death. Tamagotchis are toys in the form of digital pets, having been one of the biggest toy trends worldwide during their initial release in 1996 and still relatively popular today. I had purchased one out of a curiosity of the trend and an interest for toys in general last year. A purple 2023 remake of the original Tamagotchi made in 1997. Wanting to nurture it as best as I could, I brought it everywhere with me. One day, it fell from my pocket and into a toilet bowl, immediately rendering it not functional. I hung it up by my window to mourn it, and there it stayed, until this course gave me the opportunity to create something new with the remains of what I've lost. I decided to disassemble this Tamagotchi and use its parts to reassemble it into a toilet as a reminder of the events of that day. Through this assignment, I was able to learn how to utilize a glue gun and how to exercise my creativity using just the parts given to me to create something entirely new. I wrote all of that just to say I dropped my Tamagotchi in a toilet and I thought it would be funny to make it a toilet. I acted like an actual pet and died. Okay, to be fair, that Tamagotchi was very important to me, but I wrote that in the most verbose way possible. By the way, this was supposed to be 200 words long. I'm pretty sure I wrote like 250. But I digress. Anyway, now with that out of the way, we can go to the actual flight, like a trip. So I went home first after toilet gotcha shenanigans. And you know, me and family go had dinner first before flying out. Yeah, our flight was at 9 p.m. And then, oh right, by the way, hold on, I have to open the reverb again for this. By the way, Aneko specifically said to say this, but I'd like to give credit to her for planning this entire Korean trip. Can you guys all say thank you? I think she would really appreciate it. Because everyone else in family who posted about it on socials didn't like mention her at all. So she specifically told me to credit her during the stream. Anyway, now we can go on. Thank you, Aneko, for the content. Thank you, Aneko. Yeah, see? Huh? Oh yeah, also, Aneko was the only one who could speak Korean in the entire family, so she had to carry us the entire trip. Anyway, now we can move on. Right, so, yeah, before we flew out at 9 p.m. We actually ate at this 1-star Michelin Chinese restaurant at the airport. And the food there was actually really good. Bro, she carrying this whole family on her shoulders? Honestly, sometimes yeah. But anyway, hold on, let me get my cursor out. Yeah, so okay, I talked about this before. Never trust American Chinese food, okay? Never trust Panda Express. I really want to go to America just to try Panda Express and see how bad it is, but this is real Chinese food, okay? This is real Chinese food. This is dan dan, man. This is dan dan noodles. And this is silong bao, okay? This one is actually like one of my favorite types of dumplings. For those who don't know what silong bao is, it's like dumplings, but then there's soup inside. Yeah, there was soup inside, like these dumplings, and they're very, very good. If you guys like go to any Asian country that sells authentic Chinese food, I would very much recommend you get silong bao. It's like one of my favorites, alongside what was it called? Hakao, I think. Yeah. May, when you went to Dubai in 2019 with your family, you had a night flight that took off at 2 and landed at 5 a.m. It was so bad for your sleep. Hey man, it's okay. Just wait for uni and then you'll get used to it. Anyway, yeah. So actually, yeah, you guys can see the timestamp over there. But my thing was also a night flight, and it was at 9 p.m. So we landed at Seoul at 1:40 a.m. But anyway, yeah, we went to Incheon Airport because there's only one airport in Seoul. But anyway, we stayed in Myeongdong. Yeah, we stayed specifically in Myeongdong. Actually, how many of you are actually interested in like Korean culture? Because I do not know anything about Korea besides like Alien Stage. Besides Alien Stage, I do not consume any Korean media at all. I probably should. Korean stuff is actually very good. My entire family watches K-drama. May I go check my DMs? Also, good night. Good night, share. Hold on, let me check what you sent. Anyway, yeah, so actually, you guys know how in Myeongdong, right? We said it was like pretty budget motel, I would call it. Yeah, I would call it a budget motel. The only thing remotely Korean you've watched is Kim's Convenience. I think, yeah, the only Korean media I am very into is Alien Stage, and I've talked about it with you guys before. But for those who don't remember, it's like this animated web series on YouTube. I actually do want to cover one of the Alien Stage songs. It's very nice. But anyway, other than that, I don't know much about Korean media. There are like two. There are three. There are three. There are three K-drama titles that stick to my head though. One of them is Goblin. The other is Shopaholic Louie, and the last one is Crash Landing with You. Fun fact about the second one actually, Shopaholic Louie. Lulu. You know, one of my cats. His name is actually from that K-drama. But it's a very like, I guess, endearing trend for pet names, I guess, cause like Papako always names our pets after like stuff he's watched. So we've had a bunch of fish. Yeah, so we have a lot of arowanas. Every time we get a new arowana, it's always named after like a character from an anime. So let me try to recall what they were called. I'm getting very like sidetracked, but anyway, yeah, one of them was named Luffy. Another one was named Hinata. Hinata from Haikyuu, the main character. And then there's also, and then we got it, and like Hinata actually got very sick recently, so like, you know, he died, and like and like Papako did everything he could to like save the fishy. But yeah, so we ended up getting a new fishy recently, a new arowana, and its name is Tanjiro. Its name is Tanjiro. From where? From Demon Slayer. It's like, I mean, I'm not complaining. It's a very endearing trend, I would say. For Papako to name all of our fishes after anime characters. But anyway, yeah, so back to the Kamaboko Gon Pachiro. How many of you guys are actually planning to watch the Infinity Castle trilogy movie? Like when it comes out. I am definitely gonna watch. But anyway, back to the main topic. Yeah. So, you guys know how when you usually go to a hotel for 3 people, usually it's like 2 people, like it's usually like 1 double bed and 1 single bed, right? But in this room, in the room we stayed at in Seoul, in Myeongdong, Seoul, it was actually 3 singles. Yeah, it was 3 single beds. And like I don't know why this surprised me. I don't know why it surprised me so much. I was like, no way, they actually catered to 3 people? That's insane. And like, one of them was a bunk bed instead of a double bed. And I don't know why it blew my mind so much. Like, because usually hotels don't cater to 3 people specifically. Like, that never happens. It's always like 2. It's always like a double bed and then 1 single bed. But then this one had 3 single beds. Like, they actually catered to 3 people unprecedented. I don't know why. That was such a highlight. Konmiya, glad to see you. I'm better, Meiko. Hi, Akira. Konmiya. Long time no see. You want to see your boy Giyu fight? You will not say. I'm excited to see how Zenitsu will fight. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how much Zenitsu will lock in. But Zenitsu is my favorite character in Demon Slayer, but I am like slightly disappointed with his writing sometimes. But anyway, we can say that for later. Let's go back to Korea. Anyway, so we were actually supposed to go to a Pojangmatcha, which is like one of those outdoor, I guess you could call them pubs, sort of. they're like a very Korean thing. It's like, yeah, they'll set up these tarps, I guess, and then like foldable tables outside. I don't really know how to explain them. Yeah, we were supposed to go to those, but then everyone was like really tired from the flight, so we didn't end up going at all. You had a whole Easter egg today and 3 bars and have mini eggs inside too. Dude, what? Share some with me. Share some with me. But anyway, right. So we rested up for the rest of the night instead of going to a pojang. And so that started day 1, Seoul. You can enter a subtitle here if you need it. Yeah. So we actually. Oh, that was a very good like music drop. That was very perfectly timed. But anyway. Yeah, so we ended up walking around Myeongdong. And there was this one restaurant with a very long line outside. I forgot what the name of the restaurant was called, but I just remember the food there was pretty good. No, okay, here's the thing with Korea, right? Their portions are so huge. Their portions are massive. Apparently Koreans don't like it when people share a bowl. Like everyone has to order one thing for themselves. I guess it's for money. I guess it's for money, but like their portions are so huge. I actually cannot finish it. But like, yeah, like this was one of them. This was really good, but I actually couldn't finish it. It's like spicy noodles. Yeah, it's like spicy noodles with like a bunch of vegetables. You guys can see the picture. But yeah, it was really good. Korea actually satisfied my spicy craving for a while, I would say. But like a lot of the food they have is like super spicy. I think they pride themselves on it actually. Which like, hey, it's pretty good. Yeah. Come to Pakistan, Meiko, I will find those portions tiny. I think I'm good, man. I couldn't finish this one. I couldn't finish this at all. But anyway, yeah. So we went around Myeongdong. And yeah, so after we ate, we went to Namsan Tower. So actually, there's a bit of story. Yeah, there's a bit of story. It's behind Namsan Tower. So this isn't actually my first time going to... This is CQR, I swear to God. Anyway. Yeah, so this isn't actually my first time going to Korea, right? We went there in the past, 10 years ago, 2015. So yeah, we also went to Namsan Tower back then. And this is important. I'll talk about it more in detail later. But right, so the view was actually really nice on the way to Namsan Tower. So yeah, so like we passed by a bunch of like plum trees. These aren't sakura trees. These aren't cherry blossoms. Those are later. But yeah, these are plum trees, and they're actually like very, very pretty. And then we passed by something you guys should probably walk through. And yeah, this was okay. So yeah, and then we took the cable car like to the top of Namsan Tower. Hi Miko, what's up? Hello, I am doing very well. So okay, there's something about this image in particular, right? Don't you guys think it's a very nice painting? Yeah, don't you guys think it's a very nice painting? So there's something about it that I'd like to show you guys. There's something about it that I'd like to show you guys. Let me just zoom in for you. Let me just zoom in a bit. Wait. wait. It's a very nice painting until you realize the blatant amount of Among Us on the road. It's a very nice painting until you see the blatant Among Us on the road. They're not. I know they're supposed to be cars, but don't they look more like Among Us? Don't they look very much like Among Us? They have to be Among Us. there is a car among us who made this. Obviously the best artist alive. Inner Sloth. Whoever the Inner Sloth artist is. Puffballs United. Yeah, clearly Puffballs United drew that. Sugoma. Guys, translate wisdom into Hebrew right now. But anyway, so Namsan Tower is a tower that's famous for something called love locks. So, okay, so for those who don't know what love locks are, I'm pretty sure, yeah, but they're like pretty popular. Love locks are like this symbolism thing where you and your loved one, or plural loved ones, like hang up a lock on like somewhere special, I guess, somewhere special to you. Usually it's like over a bridge, but like Namsan Tower was made like specifically for love locks, because like putting them on bridges, like it comes with vandalism. Two, it could like cause a lot of harm to like the bridge if there's too many at a time and it's not like specially equipped for love locks. Intrusive thoughts, get big bolt cutters, break every single lock. I mean, honestly, that's the right thing to do if it comes to like unauthorized lock putting. But yeah, Namsan Tower is like very famous for it. So, you guys remember how I said 10 years ago, me and family went to Korea? Yeah, so actually, we went to Namsan Tower 10 years ago, and we put up a love lock here. But, so we actually have pictures of it. I'm not going to show you guys, but, there is our love lock there. Yeah, our love lock is there, somewhere, from 10 years ago. Unfortunately though, we couldn't find it. Because either we never took a picture of where the log actually was, or we had it, but we lost it. Yeah, it's either one of those two, so we didn't end up finding our original love lock at the end. But we did hang up a new one. Yeah, we did hang up a new one. And we just placed it in like the general area of where we remembered it to be. And honestly, we also recreated a bunch of pictures that we took 10 years ago. It was a very nice experience, I would say. Like, you know, like, have you guys ever done that? Like, gone to a place that you haven't been to for a long time? It doesn't have to be like a whole other country. Like, it can just be like your old school, or like just like, you know, somewhere special to you that you haven't been to in a long time. It's like a very nostalgic thing to do. Like, if you guys have anywhere special that you haven't been to in a long time, I'd say like visit it if you have the chance. Just so like, you know, you can compare where you were since like how you've been since then. Like, something about it is very refreshing, I would say. And like, I think I was too young to actually remember like the exact events of what happened those 10 years ago. So it was nice to like refresh my memory and all of that. But anyway, okay, wait. Okay, yeah. So, after we you know, reminisced in Namsan Tower, we went back to the main city, and we went to this. So there's this like very popular makeup like franchise called Olive Young in Korea. So I'd like to introduce you guys to PDRN. I'd like to introduce to you guys to the concept of PDRN. I'm not going to say what I initially mistook it for when I first saw it at a glance. But here's a cherry on top, right? So, how many of you are actually Yes, Akira. Yeah. Yes, that is what I initially mistook it as. Okay, but here's a cherry on top, right? Here's the cherry on top. So PDRN. It's not PO, it's PD. But anyway, PDRN is apparently a very popular ingredient in face care right now. And do you guys... my sister told me, Aneko told me that PDRN is actually... PDRN is actually...
Salmon sperm.
That is what it is. That is what it is. So, yeah, you're putting that on your face. and it's like, it kind of has a texture you would expect it to have. It's like sticky and a bit slimy when you put it on your face. But apparently it's very effective. Damn, they do facial. Yes, pretty much. But yeah, after that we took the train to Busan. after we went to Olive, we took the train to Busan. Can you believe it? Like, a Train to Busan was such a good movie that they made Busan real. No wonder why it almost spells the P word. Yeah. I think the ingredient that it actually is a very good cherry on top. Like, that is very funny. but anyway, I bought this, by the way. It's a very good moisturizer. But anyway, so we went to our Airbnb in Busan. I didn't take a photo of it because, like, that's literally someone's house. You didn't do fish good, you get PDRN as a result. Hey man, they go to a fish and it's apparently effective in face care. Miko, what am I even looking at? PDRN, man. I'm looking at good face care. But anyway, right. So we arrived in our Airbnb in Busan, and specifically, we stayed in a place called Haeundae. Haeundae is apparently, like, very popular because of its beaches. Yeah. Like, where I stayed was, like, right outside Haeundae Beach. I got a chance to, like, do a night stroll around with family ko, like, on the last day. It was very nice. It was very refreshing. And, like, they're also doing, like, a whole bunch of huge sand sculptures there too. Like, I remember they're making, like, a 110 scale, 100 probably, 1 to 100 scale sand sculpture of Joseon Castle. It was really cool. Why did the package say, hey, it didn't spell that, it spelled PDRN. It spelled PDRN. But anyway, you guys are so dirty-minded. Hiya. Anyway, yeah, we stayed in Haeundae, and our first stop was actually the Haeundae Traditional Market. So over here, we tried, like, a lot of staple Busan food. Yeah, we tried, like, a bunch of staple Busan food, and I also got this really cute keychain. Oh wait, you guys can't see it. Let me like hide chat for a moment. Yeah, so I got this very cute. So there was this shop where you could make custom keychains. Looks like an O, like the nah. Oh, don't. There is absolutely no reason why I put it in very large letters for you guys to think like that. Wouldn't Busan better be bussin'? It actually no. Okay. I'll get into this later, but it actually was very bussin'. Busan food is actually bussin'. But anyway, yeah, there was this shop where you could make custom keychains, and I ended up making this one. It's like it was a very fun like experience to do. I actually wish I kind of made more, but honestly, I already have a really bad keychain habit, so I probably shouldn't have. But yeah, I also got this plushie. There in the traditional market. But I'd like to turn your guys' attention. To this in particular. So, your first thoughts. Wow, this is very pretty. It's a whole bunch of flowers. Did you know this was actually a tribute to BTS? This entire thing is actually a tribute by Chinese BTS fans. BTS, yes, this is the whole tribute to BTS fans. Specifically, this whole thing is dedicated to Jungkook BTS. Apparently he was born in Busan, so it makes sense, but oh my gosh, BTS fans horrify me with their dedication. Hey, if I ever get famous to like this extent, could you guys like start a fundraiser to like install a blue flower arc for me in Hong Kong? I'd appreciate that a lot. If I ever like could take off to this scale, I would appreciate that very much. As BTS fans, they go cray cray. Do you guys remember that BTS McDonald's collab? And then there was this auction on Amazon for BTS Among Us chicken nugget. That was a very fun time. That was a very hilarious time. Oh my gosh. But anyway. Yeah, so after we went to the traditional market, we took the Hyundai beach train, and I'll get into the sky capsule later. Yeah, so you guys can see like two things here. One of them is the beach train, the other is the sky capsule. We took the beach train to our first destination, our second destination of the day, actually, which was the lighthouse. I forgot what it was called. Hold on. I forgot what the name of the lighthouse was called. Give me a second. I need to pull up my the itinerary that Aniko set up. Okay, so it's not written down. But anyway, yeah, we visited this lighthouse at like not the end of the train, like not the end of the train line, but like pretty near. And it was freezing. Two, for some reason my render distance was very low. Yeah, for some reason my render distance was very low on that day. Like you can see the fog coming. I'll lead you guys. Okay, I'll zoom in for you guys. But yeah, for some reason, like there was a lot of fog, mist that day. I don't know why, but it was a very surreal experience. I don't think I've ever seen like that much fog in my life. But we also had like some really good coffee, like at a nearby cafe. Damn, the FOV settings in the stage sucks, right? I hope like Korea optimizes their games soon. But anyway, yeah, so actually Korean cafe culture is apparently very popular. Yeah, so there was this very nice like cafe that we stopped by like while we were waiting. Yeah, while we were warming up. Like you can see the interior. Like it doesn't like look that impressive. I took like a really bad picture, but I pinky promise, it looks really nice. It was very warm and very cozy. There was a doohickey. Yeah, there was a doohickey. Like inside. I should probably show the doohickey. Give me a second. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up the doohickey. Give me a moment. Where do I have a picture of the doohickey? Making Vaughn, will I remember you when I get famous? Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like you guys right now, I definitely wouldn't forget. You guys are like my first biggest supporters in like anyway, so it'd be very hard to forget you guys. Hold on, let me see if I have a picture of the doohickey. I definitely have a picture of the doohickey. I just have to find it. Yeah, yeah. So for those who joined very late, this PowerPoint was very rushed. Yeah, let me see if I have a picture of the. Oh, I do have a picture of the doohickey. Okay, let me show you guys. Give me 1 second to pull it up. It's very funny. It's a very funny doohickey. Okay. Let me zoom in a bit. Yeah, let me zoom in. Okay, so. Boom! The thing! This was in the Korean cafe we were at. And this was at the Korean cafe we were at. I don't think this is actually meant to make any actual coffee in the shop, but this is a thing. The coffee doohickey? It is a coffee doohickey. It is the machine. I don't know what any of this is for. It's just a thing. It's just a doohickey. But anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about. Yeah, so after we were done looking around the lighthouse and like the area nearby, we went on the Haeundae Sky Capsule, and this was at this is a sky capsule, by the way. It's like very tiny baby trains. Very tiny, very cute baby trains. They're kind of like, yeah, they're like cable cars, but like the cables are rails, or they're just cars. Oh hey, an average size train from Mako. The mods, ban this man. Mods, time out this man for 10 seconds. Thank you. Anyway, the view was very nice. Yeah, the view was very nice, and like, I took a lot of photos. Obviously, I can't show it to you because Aneko and Cisco are very camera shy. But there was also like this speaker. Yeah, there was a speaker, like in like these capsule trains. And thank you, Riley. Anyway, yeah. So and then I just ended up playing my playlist, which may not be the best choice of songs for a relaxing capsule train ride, but the view was very nice. Like you can see in this photo, like you can see like the sunset, and it's very very pretty. What did Akira do? Don't worry about it. Anyway, so after that, after we got off from the capsule, we had seafood, and yeah, so the seafood here was like pretty good, but this wasn't the best seafood. I'll show you guys the next seafood in a very short bit. But this is also pretty good. And then yeah, so like right near this restaurant actually, there was a drone show. Yeah, it was at, what do you call this place? Guangali Beach, I think. Oh wait, let me double check. What was it called? Yeah, Guangali Beach. Yeah, and Guangali Beach, apparently there's this like drone show that happens. And like me and family ko, we didn't get to like have a very good angle with it because we didn't know where exactly the show was taking place. But like you can see, it was very cool. It was like emoji themed. Yeah, it was like an emoji themed drone show. And honestly, you see some abalone, dude. Abalone is really good. They have like, I think Korea is like pretty proud of its abalone like raising. And like, honestly, it tastes really good. Your stream had lagged and you were at the part where you were yapping about doohickeys and you said, man, you love doohickeys, but you realized how behind you were. Apparently YouTube's servers are like lagging a bit, but it's fine. Anyway, yeah, about drone shows. I actually like admire them more than fireworks, I would say. No, okay. Fireworks and drone shows, they're both really cool. Obviously, one is more eco-friendly. One is like arguably more prettier. But like drone shows has a lot more effort put into them for this like the same thrill as a fireworks show. Not exactly the same thrill, but like it's close enough. Cause like every drone has to be like individually programmed. And I think like the effort that goes, okay, maybe not individually programmed. I'm not sure exactly how drone show programming works, but like it definitely takes a lot of effort to make sure like everything goes right. And like all that for like something so temporary. I'd say drone shows are really cool. There's a specific region in South Korea that specializes in abalone, so you had to take pride in that? Oh, really? Drones are cool? Yeah, drones are cool. It does war. It doesn't. But anyway, so day 3. Busan 2. This is where the really good seafood shines, okay? But first, let me introduce you guys to Gamcheon Culture Village. Yeah, let me introduce you guys to Gamcheon Culture Village. Okay, so me personally, I think the view of like the village from afar is really nice. Apparently, like yeah, me and my friends, not my friends, me and my family, we walked around a bit, and like I guess it's more catered to the elderly. But it was like a very nice view to take in from afar, because like there's like a bunch of like different colored buildings and they're like all stacked up. But I showed it to Elf and he was like, "Oh man, that's like that's gotta be an electrical hazard." Did I get to wear a handbook? Yes, I did. This this was the handbook I wore. This was the handbook I wore. Obviously, I can't show you guys what is above this crop because you'd get turned into stone. But I did get to wear a handbook. Dripco? Yes, it is Dripco. Actually, hold on. Let me try something real quick. Filters. Oh wait, that's the wrong crop. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me see if I can work with this somehow. Wait. Oh wait, that's too much. 7:30. Okay, you know what? That's good enough. Okay, that yeah, this works. Yeah, see, this is how I look like in the handbook. I got to wear a handbook. Isn't that so nice? Damn, 501 gateway error for head. It's okay. The error has been restored. But yeah, this was wearing the handbook was like really nice. Miko has no neck confirmed. It's right there. Okay, hold. Bear with me. Okay. But yeah, honestly, wearing the handbook was nice, but I was too short for it. I was too short for it. I kept tripping over the skirt. I had to like lift up like the handbook skirt like slightly every time I walked so I wouldn't trip on it. But it was very nice to walk in. It was very nice to walk in, I would say. But anyway, right. So, too short confirmed. The mods ban him again for 10 seconds. Anyway. So yeah, walking around in a handbook was really nice. I actually do like wearing like other countries' traditional clothing a lot. Like, it's a very unique experience, I would say. If you guys ever have the chance to like wear a kimono or like a tipao or like a hanbok or like anything traditional from another country, or like even from your own country, I'd say do it because it gets you like very in tune with like culture. Midget allegations will never be beaten. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no allegations to begin with. But anyway, after we went to Gamcheon Culture Village, we went to by the word of Mako, you live and die for the bit. Riley knows what's up. Anyway. Yeah, after that, we went to probably one of my favorite places so far. Probably one of my favorite places of the trip. Jagalchi Market. So, Jagalchi Market is a fish market. You guys can see the pictures. It's a wet market. But, the difference is, you can actually get these cooked and eaten like super fresh. They have like their second floor is their restaurant. Are those live turtles? There's no turtles. They're all shellfish though. Yeah, so the food here was really, really, really good. Cause like they were super fresh, and they were like the most fresh you could have them. Yeah, because like they were alive, like they're alive when you order them, and then they get cooked and prepared for you. Okay, so let me just show you guys the food. By the way, the staff was very friendly. Yeah, the staff was like very, very friendly, I would say. At least the ones we talked to. Cause like, yeah, me and Family Call, we actually got to like hold up like a king crab for a photo. Yep, there's some in Seoul that do that too, as fresh as you can possibly have it. Yeah, right? And it's like really, really nice. It tastes really good. Let me show you guys some of the food I had. Yeah, so we ordered, let me just show you guys, yeah. Where's the cursor? Yeah, so we had like some shrimp. So these were the appetizers. Yeah, these were the appetizers. And then we also had like raw octopus and king crab and snow crab. It was so good. It was amazing, I'd say. like much better than it was much better than the seafood from like the night before that, because these were like so fresh and like so good. Like the raw octopus was like still wriggling around from like the nerve endings when we ate it, and Mamako was like really worried about me eating the raw octopus. Did I like have noodles after having the seafood with like the innards and such? Yeah, we did have noodles. Oh, and yeah, bit off topic, but what is my opinion on the dire wolves being brought back from extinction? Oh, I read about that actually. They're not actually being brought back, are they? They're just being genetically modified. Yeah, they're not true dire wolves. So like, it's kind of just like I think it's just sort of like humans aiming for what they once lost, as usual. You're actually allergic to octopi and squid? Oh, that sucks. The raw octopus was like really, really good. I would have it again. But yeah, we had like some ramyeon to go with the seafood. And actually, there's this thing you can do. Yeah, there's this thing you can do with the crab where like they'll cook the leftovers into fried rice. And it was really delicious. It was really delicious, like trying out the fried rice. It was so good. It was so good. I would go back. Oh, and by the way, this was okay, so 2 important social interactions happened during this trip to Jagalji Market. 1, I got mistaken for a student. Family co-ordered soju. The waiter looked at me and was like, "Hey, so are you actually like of age?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm 20." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, that was the first time I got mistaken for being 14 years old. Or at least that was the first time I got mistaken for being a student. And she just revealed her age. No, I didn't. You guys heard nothing. But anyway. But anyway. Dang, even Koreans think I'm small. It was like a part of me is happy, but a part of me is also like, man. But anyway, the other thing that happened was that the staff from earlier, he came up to our table. He greeted us. I think he was just passing by, and he called me cute. He called me cute. I am very happy about that. Like he called me cute specifically. I think I was very happy about that for the rest of the day. But anyway, the food was good. The food was very yummy. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10 even. You speak the truth, make a do be cute, right? I'm glad someone finally got to see me for what I truly am. But anyway, after that, we actually rode like, what was it called again? The Songdo Marine Cable Car. Right, that's what it was called. It was called the Songdo Marine Cable Car. Actually, right, there's two types of cable cars that, yeah, there's two types of cable cars. Do you guys go underneath? Unfortunately, no, but that would have been cool if we did. But no, it's just a normal cable car that like goes over the ocean. Honestly, I'm pretty interested to see how they built it. Like that must have taken like a helicopter. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, there's two types of cable cars that you can go through. One of them has like a normal flooring, but the other one has glass flooring. We didn't take the glass flooring because it's not like much would change. But it was like pretty nice being able to see like the ocean view. Oh, by the way, the cable car, right? The bottoms of the doors were like open air and like protected by nets. And like Aneko, not Aneko, sorry, Mamako. And she actually like got super freaked out by like the doors having like visible gaps that you could drop things in. You saw like in another province of Korea, you can take a zip line over a stretch of the ocean. Wait, I think I went there. Yeah. I think back then on another Korea trip, I actually went on that zip line you're talking about. Yeah, I remember this. I remember this actually. Yeah, like I remember ziplining, and that was actually very fun. Ziplining is a really fun like activity. I'm too much of a coward to like do like the superhero pose though. Like I went ziplining in another country, and like there were two types of like positions you could go on. One of them was a normal sitting up position of a zipline, and then the other one was like a superhero pose, so where you lay flat on your stomach. I could not do that. Miko, you once went snorkeling near this island and you came up your arm looking like bubble wrap. You got stung by so many jellyfish, but it was worth it. Oh gosh, I hope your arm's like not permanently affected by it. But yeah, this was like a really nice, relaxing way to end the day. But anyway, day 4, flowers and spa. Then we went scuba diving and you swam with turtles and your foot almost touched a stingray and you nearly, oh my gosh, near that situation. But honestly, I can only imagine how that feels. I actually do enjoy like water activities a lot, like, you know, snorkeling and like scuba diving. But the problem is, I have very bad eyesight. Like, I think I remember talking to you guys about it before, but I can't even like, yeah, like it's really hard for me to like go about my day without my glasses. So like I need it on me like all times. I'm pretty sure I'm like 5 years away from being legally blind. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. But I do have like really bad eyesight, so I can't enjoy like scuba diving and snorkeling as much as I can do. As much as I would like to, like, you guys get it. Honestly, I could just get contacts. I could just get contacts, but I don't really have a lot of situations where I would need contacts in the first place. Yeah, I'm like pretty comfy in my glasses right now, and like I don't want to waste like buying a whole bunch of contact lenses when I don't really need them that often. Oh my god, Zane, you can't enjoy swimming because of how bad your eyesight is, right? I'm pretty sure they have, like, what is it? Prescription goggles? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I'm not very sure. But, like, they should be a thing. I wish they were a thing. But anyway, day 4. Flowers and spa. Yes, we are about to get another 2-hour flower lecture. Ahem. So, Aneko took us to this island where 1, there were a lot of flowers, and 2, you could meet like female divers, I think. Yeah, and they sold like sea urchins. So actually, the thing is, I'm pretty sure we came like a few days too late to see everything in full bloom. Like, yeah, this would have been like so much prettier if we went like on the bloom day, but I think we were like just a few days late. But there was a redemption. There was redemption later down the line. Because I think we were too late in Busan, but we weren't too late in another place. I will get to that later. But yeah, there were like a lot of flowers. Specifically, yeah, I remember. And there was one part of the flower field where you could see narcissuses, but like they weren't in bloom. So I think they either weren't in bloom yet, or we were too late to see them bloom. You see a kitty? Oh yeah, yeah. So after we took a look around the flower field, we met like some female divers. Papako actually wanted to get a photo, but he got rejected. But anyway, the sea urchins were pretty good, but apparently most of them were too salty for like consumption, so I didn't get to eat the whole thing. I'm still kind of sad about that because I really want sea urchin. But anyway, yeah, I was like looking around a bit while they were talking, while Family was talking to the female divers, and I saw a kitty, and I think that's the most important part of this trip, of this day. Actually, no, that wasn't the most important part of this day because it gets better. So, fun fact, actually, the largest shopping mall in the world is in Busan. Specifically, it is called Shinsege. I don't know if I said that right. But apparently it's like the largest mall in the world. Yeah. And you can see, and like there's an ice rink there, like there is in every fancy mall. And there's also Spa Land. So, Jjimjeonbangs are like the spas of Korea. I'm not sure how much they differ from like spas from the rest of the world, but this one was very, very comfy. Gay, I'm going to kill you. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, the entire family walked around Shinsege a bit, but then we didn't end up shopping for a lot. I don't think we bought anything at all actually, because we weren't like really interested in clothes back when we were there. But yeah, the main reason we were there was for Spa Land, and you know how much I love spas. I think some of you remember like me talking about the spa in Japan. Anyway, so this was the most important part of Spa Land. Okay, please take a very good look. Okay, so we weren't allowed to take a lot of pictures because most of the saunas there were too hot for phones to be operable, and the baths, you can't bring your phone inside for obvious reasons. But this was the most important part of Spa Land, I would say. It's a whole self-ramen cafe. Okay, guys, I need you to understand how amazed I was at seeing such a large catalog of instant ramen. I was stun-locked for a moment. Then I tried a bulgama there, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I tried the bulldog though. Like, yeah, I tried. Like, you know how you always chill like Samyang bulldog. I tried Paldo bulldog there, and it was like really good as well. It was really good as well. One of these open up in one of your malls. Give me. Give me. You're about to send this to me? You didn't know I was there in person? It was a very good experience. It was a very good experience. Like, yeah, so here's the thing, right? Alongside being able to like choose and prep your own ramen, you also got to add like toppings. Like a lot of toppings of your choice. You could add like sausages, you could add cheese if you wanted. You could add what was it? You could add like fish cakes, rice cakes. You could even get like a side of kimchi if you wanted. I wish they had these in Hong Kong. They probably do. It's just very obscure and I just haven't heard of it. But oh my gosh. it was like very fun to try it out. I know they have these like in Han River, but I've never been to Han River. We've never actually been to Han River, but trying this for the first time was very fun. Your sister and I plan on going after your last exam for the ramen bar in Minecraft movie. Oh yes. The Minecraft movie is very good. But anyway, I guess there were a couple of cool rooms. Specifically, this one. This one is a very cool room to take a picture of. It wasn't much on the inside, but it was a very cool room to take a picture of. Oh, and there was also like a foot bath. I can't show that because why would you guys want to look at feet? But, like, honestly, I'd give Shinsegae Spa Land a solid 7 out of 10. So, yeah, this wasn't, like, the best Jjimjilbang I've been to, but it was pretty good. It was honestly pretty good. I liked it. Especially the self-ramen cafe and the foot spa. But my favorite, like, spa overall in the world would have to be Terumayu in Shinjuku, Japan. The one I talked about, like, when I came back from Japan, like, in February. But anyway, day 5. I went to the back room. Okay, so like nothing much happened on day 5 actually, because it was raining. But I did get to try like a Busan staple called gukbap. I actually didn't have like much of an appetite. Yeah, I didn't actually have much of an appetite, so admittedly I couldn't like enjoy it as much as I wanted to. But like the food was like really good there. Like it's like okay, so for those who don't know what gukbap is, it's pretty much just like, okay, so you guys can see it here, right? Like underneath the soup there is like rice inside, and then it's just topped with like a whole bunch of like beef, I guess. I don't know what gukbap is in English, but like you guys can look it up for yourself, I guess. Honestly, I like Papako's more than mine's. Gukbap bone broth thingy? Yeah, it's like that. I think mine was made of bone broth. Papako's was like had a much richer broth though, and I like that one a lot. But yeah, because it was raining, we didn't get to do much. But what me and Anako did. So Anako actually wanted to visit a pharmacy while we were in Korea. But we got lost in like the shopping mall that led to like the nearest pharmacy, and we ended up like going to the back room. Like, okay, so let me explain in further detail, right? So this shopping mall we went to, there was a pharmacy next to a hospital in there. But for some reason, a lot of the shops just don't exist. Like, you know, like a lot of the shops where we got lost in, there wasn't anything built in them, so they were all like empty rooms, and like there was no one around, and it was like nighttime. Liminal space. It was an actual liminal space. It was so creepy. And like there was this like I don't know, there was this pair in front of us while me and Annika were trying to look for the pharmacy. And they just disappeared when they turned the corner. They just actually disappeared when they turned the corner. It was so weird. We were like, okay, we should probably like retrace our steps, and then you know we found it eventually. But like, it's surreal experience. Anyway, day 6, more flowers and a temple. Yeah, so we actually ended up. So there was actually a lot of flowers that we ended up visiting, which I am very happy about. So, on day 6, is this number 6? Yeah, day 6. Me and family ko, we went to Hwamyong Ecological Park because apparently there were a lot of tulips there. Yeah, there were a lot of tulips in bloom there. There's one half-abandoned mall here in Karachi called Park Towers. There are literal shops stocked with expensive stuff and nobody at all in there. Not gonna lie, you wanted to take stuff from them once. Dude, that would have been such a fun place to explore. I actually really do enjoy liminal spaces. As creepy as it is, there's like... I don't know, there's like this like very fun feeling about it. But yeah, so, Hwamyong Ecological Park. Actually, we got off at like the opposite side of the park where the tulips were. So we had to walk a lot. And like, we actually lost like hope like halfway. We were like, oh man, should we just like turn around and go for another like flower park? But then, you know, we ended up going like the whole way anyway. And like there was actually like a really nice a very nice view like while we were walking. So, there were a lot of dandelions. Yeah, there were a lot of dandelions and daffodils, and I didn't expect this, but there were also a lot of forget-me-nots. So, I actually don't think I've seen a dandelion in person before. Or I have, but I just don't remember it. But blowing dandelions is actually a very fun thing to do. But like, the thing is, it was also really windy on that day. And you know how dandelions are like, you know, wind pollinated? Yeah, a whole bunch of like dandelion seeds just kept flying into me. Like not into me, but like on me, everywhere around me. So it was like it got a bit annoying, but like it was still like a really pleasant walk. And then while me and family were on our way to the tulips, we saw a bunch of dogs. Okay, wait. Okay, this one was probably like one of the highlights. Forget me not? Myosotis Demo mentioned? No way, Demo reference. Anyway, yeah, we saw a whole bunch of doogs. Look at this, a whole bunch of doogs being walked. It's so cute. It was so cute. Like, imagine being so tired from a walk and then you just see like a horde of dogs of different sizes just being walked. It was so adorable. Gosh, I love dogs so much. Anyway, we made it eventually after a very long, hard walk. We made it to the flower park and it was honestly pretty worth it in my opinion. It was honestly pretty worth it in my opinion. Like, look at these flowers, man. Okay, so I can't recognize all of them, but what I know is that they're all very pretty and that I love flowers a lot. But honestly, yeah, if you look closely like at this picture, you can see like some of the tulips were like, I guess, not in bloom yet. Like, yeah, you can see like they're more like noticeable in the background. Like the tulips weren't like fully in bloom yet. But like, you know, it's really nice just like going to a flower park, I would say. I really enjoyed like taking pictures of all the flowers there. Honestly, it makes me want to go back to this one flower park in Japan. It's called Ashikaga Flower Park. Damn, we better get you to Ashikaga Flower Park when I... Oh my god, at the exact same time. Same brain cell. Anyway. Yeah, I do want to go to Ashikaga. I went there once when I was a kid. But The wisterias weren't in bloom when we went, which is a shame because I really do want to see what Ashikaga looks like in its like full potential, you know? Cause like the wisterias are a selling point, but they weren't in bloom yet, and I was like a bit sad about that. So I do want to go back when it is in season. Is it my turn on the brain cell makeup? No, it's mine. Anyway, yeah. So after the flower park, we went to what was it called? Yes, Samgwansa Temple. So wait, let me say that properly. Samgwangsa Temple. Yeah. So apparently, I saw this on a sign. Apparently, this temple is like one of the 50 most beautiful places to go in Korea. And like honestly, I agree. Cause like this was very pretty to see at night. And yes, so yeah, me and family we waited until. Hold on, let me drink some water. Yeah, me and family went like around the time the lanterns would light up. And like this is what it looks like at night. And it's like really pretty seeing a whole bunch of these lanterns. And like apparently if you get a really good aerial view, you can see like the lanterns like actually have like the I forgot what you call them. Let me just get up paid. Speak Chinese for 10 minutes? No. Unless you pay me. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know what you called. I forget what you call it. I forgot what you call it, but like this symbol. Wait, hold on, wait. Wait, I'm not sure if I drew this correctly. Hold on, I'm not sure if I drew it correctly. What a symbol. Did I draw it correctly? Okay, yes, okay, I did draw it correctly. I drew it the correct side. Okay, yeah. Manji, yeah, it was called a manji, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot the name, thank you. Yeah, so apparently, like from above, like you can see like a manji being formed from the like lanterns. Yeah, like they colored, like they chose the color so that you can see a manji sticking out. It was like I wish I could see an aerial view, but like the one you can see in the presentation is the best you'll get. But I think the best part of the temple was no, it's not that simple, guys. It's not that simple. Anyway, it's a manji. It's not the monetization symbol, but anyway. Yeah, I think the best part of the temple was getting to see, for some reason, minions at the temple. I think that was hilarious. I think that is very funny. Being able to see minions at the temple. You know, the minions are my favorite. Wait. You know, in the minions timeline, they probably could have actually been seen as like Buddhist symbols in the minions timeline. Cause like, like, do you guys remember? What was it in the Minions movie? I think it was Kevin. He got knighted by the queen. Yeah, he got knighted by the queen. I feel like them being recognized as Buddhist symbols could like actually be totally possible in like the Minions canon. Anyway, day 7. So there's some context that's needed here. So I actually do have a relative living in Korea. Yeah, I actually do have a relative living in Korea. I think she's my second cousin. I think. Yeah, I think she's my second cousin. Hold on, I need to draw like the family tree here. I need to draw the family tree here. Give me a second. Yeah, so this is Mamako. Yeah, this is Mamako. And then Mamako has a cousin. Yeah, Mamako has a cousin. And then, you know, Mama obviously gave birth to me, Moko. And then Mamako's cousin has a daughter. and then that daughter is the one that's like living in Korea. So I guess she's like my second cousin? Question. I don't know how extended family trees work. She's just the most distant relative I've ever met. But anyway, yeah, she wanted to meet us. And like we were like so yeah, she wasn't like in Busan, but she was nearby. So you know, we were like, sure, why not? We can meet her. So you know, we ended up meeting her in Gyeongju. I think it was Gyeongju. Yeah, I think it was Gyeongju. But anyway, she took us around, and here's the thing, right? She thought I was 14. she thought so like yeah, she has a son. She has a son. He's 14. She thought I was the same age as him. She thought I was 14 years old. She was like, oh wow, oh, you're not actually 14. Oh, you're a legal adult. Oh my gosh. The hat trick of allegation. Stop it. She was like, oh, I thought you were still in school. I'm like, anyway, she was a very nice lady. Not my family member. That's the third time this trip. I can't take it, man. I can't take it. I'm never beating the allegations. Like a family member saying it to me is crazy. But anyway, so our first stop was the structure. Okay, so formally, this is called the spacewalk, but I would like to call it the structure because that's what it is. Question 1: is this a roller coaster? No. Question 2: what is it? These are stairs. This entire thing, formally called the spacewalk, but I would like to call it the structure. These are all stairs. And I was on them. Yeah. Question 3. No, you cannot walk around this loop. I tried. Anyway. Okay, so here's the thing, right? The entire time I was on the structure, these poles, the poles that were like supporting the thingy-majiggy, the thingamabob. Damn, I can defy gravity by walking in a loop. Yeah, man, just ask Sonic. But anyway, yeah, it was windy, and the support beams were shaking. The support beams were shaking, and I was like at the highest point of the thing. And honestly, I was more scared of dropping something than I was falling. But oh my gosh, that was honestly like whenever it shook, it was a bit like, what is it? A bit scary, honestly. But like obviously, if it fell so easily, then this wouldn't have been a proof for construction. But that was pretty scary. But anyway, it was a really nice like experience, I would say. It's the closest thing I'll get to a roller coaster, I guess, on this trip. But anyway, so there's this culture in Korea. Are those stairs? Yes, they're stairs. But anyway, yeah, so after we got off like the spacewalk, so there's this thing. Excuse me, how did I walk the loop? I ran like Sonic. Anyway, so there's this thing in Korea where I'll just call them yogurt ladies, but like they're the Korean version of ice cream trucks, I would say. And instead of like ice cream trucks, they sell yogurt. Yeah, so there was this lady like driving around a scooter with a yogurt, with like a whole box of like yogurt to buy. And okay, so there's like two kinds Like yeah, so there's this like very special yogurt that they sell. It helps with digestion a lot. Yeah, so like I guess it's better if I draw it out. I'm gonna draw it out. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm gonna draw it out because I feel like that would be easier to visualize. Okay, so yeah, there's these like special yogurt bottles that you can buy from these ladies. So they look like this, right? So this whole part is yogurt. Something similar to Yakult, basically. Yeah. They do have probiotics similar to Yakult. But yeah, basically this whole thing is yogurt. And then this thing up here is special because it's a pill capsule. Yeah, so like these pills apparently help with your digestion. So like how it works is that there's like so like you open the cap here and then you just lift it up to you just lift the entire bottle up to your mouth like a normal drink. So the pills will fall into your mouth first and then you can wash it down with the yogurt. And apparently it's like really effective with helping with digestion. Anako tried it. It actually worked. So, you know, I might try some. And also I'm thirsty, so. There was this place here selling Butchie the Rock drinks, and when you tell me you had a lot of them, you mean it? You drank like 15 raw Yamada cans in 1 week? I hope you... well, I mean, respect, man. Respect. Ryo is pretty cool. I guess she's my favorite out of the 4. But admittedly, I'm a poser. I haven't seen Butchie the Rock yet. But yeah, they were like really nice. I'll probably try one for myself later after the stream. But here's the thing, right? They also sold drinks. They also sold yogurt that didn't help with digestion. I bought this one. And after I bought it, the lady told me, "Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good choice. You know, those are for babies." And I just sat in the car looking at this bottle for like a while. Like, damn. I'm not beating the allegations. Wait, you just realized my BGM playing twice? Oh, is it? Oh my gosh, it was playing twice. Oh my gosh, wait, let me mute that, Oh no, oh my gosh, wait, let me mute that. Okay, there. Allegation number 4, I'm never beating it. Oh my gosh, wait, did any of you notice? Oh my gosh. I didn't notice. Anyway, we went, how long? We went 2 hours with that. First stream back, we already have so much scuff. Hey. Komi Mako scuff is good scuff. Anyway. Right, so after that, we went to visit the cherry blossoms, baby. Yeah, so there are actually cherry blossoms in Korea. Who knew? But it was like a very nice place to like look at cherry blossoms. I don't think I've ever like been able to see them this close, but they were like really, really pretty. I took a lot of pictures. If I showed all of them, you guys would be here all day, all night. But they were really nice, being able to see them so up close. I took a lot of like really nice photos. But then, yeah. So we took a look around. I took a whole bunch of photos. I posted one on my Twitter actually, if you guys followed that. But then after that, oh yeah, so you guys remember how the Pope died here? Okay, so 3 days later, there was a cross in the sky. So he might have respawned. I don't know, man. But anyway, right. So after seeing the cherry blossoms, that's a tornado? No. Anyway, yeah. So after we looked at the cherry blossoms, we went to like another, I guess, flower park. Yeah. And like here is where we saw more tulips than we did at like the previous flower parks. Oh, and apparently this tower apparently this tower is like, what is it? The first or like one of the first astrological observation sites in the world. Apparently they date back to, was it triple digits AD? I think it was around that. But yeah, apparently this is like one of the first astrological sites, like observation sites in the world. I wish we could go inside, but like you can see it's like caged off, obviously. I'm not really curious to see how it works though. I think there's like something installed up there that we didn't see. Oh, fun fact actually. Apparently a few months ago, there was like a forest fire around here. Not a forest fire, or like there was just like a huge fire around here, and then apparently the Korean government like prioritized saving this tower. I don't have much to say about that. I just thought it was like pretty cool. But yeah, there were like a lot of tulips here too, specifically a lot of like pink and purple tulips, and honestly that made up for the Hwamyong Park not having a lot. But like, honestly, I just like flower parks in general. And I also got a pretty nice view of the sunset. Anyway, so after that, we visited we visited an old castle. Yeah, in the area. Oh, by the way, this cousin of ours, her husband drove us around the entire time, so shout out to him. And like, thank you to our cousin, obviously, for like taking us around in the first place. But yeah, apparently there was a castle like pretty kind of nearby, so we took a look around there, and it was actually like really nice. The view was like pretty cool, but you guys, I think some of you remember this. I took like a Chinese architecture class with Yuki like last year, so the entire time I was at the castle, I was like, oh man. Yeah, actually these corner pieces are called tokong. Actually these roofs are like I was just nerding about like ancient Chinese architecture the entire time in Korea. But in my defense, Korea had its roots in China, or at least it was influenced by China. So sue me. Anyway, I ate worms. Yeah, okay, so our cousin drove us back to our Airbnb area, like after taking us around the entire time. And we had seafood. We had seafood again. And this was our appetizer. It was worms. It was pretty good. Are those roaches at the bottom? They're worms. And they were pretty good. They were actually really, really good. And like, yeah. So we got to like grill like the raw seafood they gave us. They gave us like live scallops and like more abalone and oysters, and those were like really good. Those were really good. Raw oyster is pretty good. But like other than that, there was ramyeon and there was shrimp. Alright, like yeah, the food was like really good. But so this is where another allegation happens, and this is probably the worst transgression yet. So family ko ordered soju again, and the waiter looked at me. The waiter looked at me, and he was like, "Hey, so can I see your passport?" Like he went up to me, and I was like, "Hey, so no offense, I need to see your passport." And like I was like, so like I was like, oh, okay, man. So I had to like dig around in my bag for my passport. I had to show this guy. I had to like prove to this guy that I wasn't a 14-year-old. They asked for my passport? Yes! They asked for my passport! I got ID'd in a foreign country. I am never beating the allegations. That is the worst one yet. That is the worst one yet. He had to like he was like looking at it for like 15 seconds. And then he was like, "Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, you can have soju." Getting ID'd, getting the allegations in a foreign country to the point of getting ID'd. That is probably the worst one out of everything. You remember I was so mad I posted on Twitter? I did! I downed like several shots of soju and I was so mad about getting ID'd that I posted it on Twitter, didn't I? But the food was really good. I actually really liked the ramyun. The ramen was very, very nice. And like, just seafood in general. I am a sucker for it. I don't know why I like seafood so much actually. Because I guess it's just because of like my upbringing in general. Like Mama Ko, she always cooked a lot of seafood, and like Hong Kong, yeah, and like Hong Kong used to be a fishing village back in the day, and like they also serve a lot of seafood. So I guess like in general, I just am a huge sucker for seafood. That's probably like my favorite cuisine. And I think that's why I also like sushi a lot, because like, oh my gosh, Japanese cuisine and seafood? No way! I live in a coastal country, of course I like seafood. Yeah, it's definitely like an upbringing. I like mentioned it to a friend recently. Yeah, I mentioned it to a friend like recently. And then they were like, I never actually had seafood. And like, I think that melted my brain a bit. Because like, no way! Like someone not ever having seafood in their lives is very shocking to me. Also, they were American. They're American and like not in a coastal state. So like that probably explains why. But like, someone never having seafood in their entire lives is mind-blowing. Like, no way. Like, no, they're like... Oh, I also had to explain to the same person what fish balls and fish cakes were. And like, do you know how hard you feel like you might be struggling if you're in a landlocked place? Yeah, definitely. It's like really hard to import, I would imagine. But like, does anyone know? Does anyone know how to explain fish balls and fish cake to someone who's never had that in their life? Like, I feel like fish cakes and fish balls are a very Asian thing. Yeah, they are a very Asian thing. So I have no idea how to explain what fish balls and fish cake are to an American because they've never had that in their entire life. Fish but ball and cake. I tried saying that. I was like, Cisco gave me a good like analogy. Like, imagine a sausage, but it's fish instead. And like, it was the closest example I could give. But then they were like, that sounds weird. And like, it doesn't give justice to what a fish ball is. Wait, did I say fish balls? Like fish testes? No, not fish testes, dum-dum. Like, wait, do you not know what fish balls are? Oh my gosh, how do I... Fish balls, you're done! Give me a second, I need to pull this up. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to explain fish balls to those who've never had fish balls before. They're so... These! Fish have balls? No, they don't have balls. Wait. No, they don't have balls. Yeah, these. Crab balls, fish balls. These. I don't know how to explain them to an American because fish inherently have a different texture from fish balls in it. It's like, you know, fish by itself is usually flaky, but like, fish balls are condensed. Like fish balls are condensed fish. So it doesn't have the same texture. It's like a sponge cake but fish. But like fish but ball easy. It's not the same texture. As like fish by itself is flaky. These are not the same texture that you have in normal fish, because you know fish meat comes in strands. They come flaky. Fish balls are condensed fish. I don't know how to explain that to an American without giving it a proper analogy. It's so hard. But anyway, yeah, I had to try to explain that to an American friend. Obviously, they didn't get it. One day, I hope America gets their own culture. Anyway. Anyway, so that was the second final day. Or I can just treat them to some. I can't, unfortunately, because they're long distance. Because they're actually in America. But anyway. So, the final day. The final day of Korea. So, not a lot happened here. In writing. However, for me, in my heart, a lot happened here. So, on the final day, we didn't have any activities planned. We decided to just get some shopping done. Mama ko and Papa ko, and Grandma ko, they went to a temple. While me and ane ko, Cisco flew back on the day we didn't do anything. But anyway, Mako, battered or breaded fish and chips? You prefer battered because for you the texture of breaded fish is just not it? I like breaded. It's been a while since I have had it though, but I really enjoy breaded. But anyway, number 8, final day. So yeah, in writing, not a lot happened, but for me, a lot happened. You know why? There was an anime. There was an animate, and I really wanted to go. Allow me to introduce my haul. Wait, give me a second. Give me a second here. Let me show you guys the haul. There was an animate. I desperately need to show it. Give me a second. Let me double check if the haul picture is in here. Give me a second. Give me just a moment. Is the haul in this showcase? Yes. Okay. It is. So allow me to introduce you guys what I bought in anime and cam now. Unfortunately, I'm too lazy for that. So I will just show you guys everything I got. Your photo. So this was what I got at the Hyundai traditional market a few days ago. I showed it to you guys. But I also got Hasane Miku mousepad. Fat Ghetto. I got Fat Ghetto. Hold on, let me show you. Let me move out of the way because this guy is so fat. Look at him. He's massive. He's an orb. I love him so much. And then I got a plushie of Imashino Misaki Blue Archive. You're depressed Aria's baby? Yes, my Aria's queen. And then I got Ghetto plushie, Ghetto Nendoroid, and Hoshino Aqua. Cisco keeps saying, that's not Aqua, man. The hair is all wrong. And honestly, I kind of agree, but I didn't want to get, but like, it was funny. It was really cute. And then I also got like these for free. Yeah, I got like cards for free. I don't actually know what to do with these. I don't know what to do with like card merch because like I don't know where you can display them. I guess you can put them in a folder, but like I actually don't know what you do with like card merchandise. Like it's like, but anyway, how expensive was it? You know what? Let's do the calculations together. let's do this conversion together. Korean won to USD. Let's do this, man. Let's do this together. Yeah, let's do some typing together. So before I type in how much it costs, does anyone want to make a bet in USD? How much all this merch cost me? Does anyone want to bet? Also, Aqua Hater in chat, mods ban him for 10 seconds. Thank you. 200 US? You know what? That's sure, you know what? We'll take that bet. Okay, so here is the final result. 3, 1, 0, 0, 0. $222.47 US dollars. Akira was pretty much right on the money, baby. That whole cost me $222.47 US. Freedom Dive BPM dollar. It was the Freedom Dive BPM dollar. And thus marked the end of my Korean journey. So, honestly, my favorite part, rookie numbers. You once spent $350 in Kinokuniya buying manga. Only manga is impressive, actually. $250 worth of manga by itself is pretty impressive. But anyway, my favorite part of that trip would probably actually be the market. Yeah, like the ramen cafe was a close second, but the market was actually really good. Yeah, Jagalchi market was actually really good. If you guys ever go to Busan, I would recommend going to Jagalchi market. Okay, so actually, right? Hold on, I need to convert this to US. Apparently, Aneko told me that the total price for all of the seafood, keep in mind, king crab and snow crab and octopus and really good shrimp and ramyeon and a lot of other food. Usually, at least here in Hong Kong, that would cost that would cost a lot of money, because king crab and snow crab are really huge, really yummy. But there in the market, it only costs 154 US for the entire thing. Like king crab and snow crab included, and octopus and shrimp. All of that was only 154 US. Here in Hong Kong at least, getting king crab and snow crab is so good. They're very prized. So that would have been at least twice that amount. That's kind of cheap. It was pretty cheap. And honestly, I would go back. Considering the haul and labor to cook, that's awesome. Yeah, right? I would really recommend trying out really fresh seafood if you ever go to Korea. It's incredibly delicious. I think my favorite part was the raw octopus. but then if I had to pick between king crab and snow crab, I would say I like snow crab better. But that's just my own bias talking, because snow crab is sweeter. But they're both pretty good. They both are really good. You love seafood, man? I love seafood, man. But anyway, that was my presentation. Pachi, 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 clap, clap, clap. Ah, that's very nice seeing all of you again. It's been how long since our last stream, exactly? I remember I wanted to stream Miko Sunday, but then something did come up. I am really sorry about that. I wanted to do like one final stream before I flew back. Before I flew to Korea, but that didn't end up happening. Yeah, last stream 3 weeks ago. Last stream 12 April. So it's like nearly been a month since then. Oh, this is very fitting music for the occasion. I am very glad to be able to see you guys again. And like I said at the start, I took a 1 month break. I pretty much did. But I am pretty energized to get back into like making stuff for you guys. You suffered through half of your CIE season with no Mako. It's okay. I am here. I am back. I am goated. The return of the queen. But yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, yeah, like I said at the start of the stream while I was still setting up the PowerPoint, I don't have a lot of like obligations anymore. I don't have like a lot of obligations anymore for a while. So, from now until like the end of August, do expect like a lot more uninterrupted things. More like less cancelled streams at least. There'll be less cancelled streams and like more time for me to put into like making more content for you guys. So yeah, I have like a lot more time on my hands now. So what I have in store, I do hope you guys will enjoy it. I did post a sneak peek on the community tab. That's like one thing I'm working on. But other than that, you'll just have to wait and see. Alright. So, tomorrow is a stream, by the way. Tomorrow has a stream. I'll post schedule soon. Maybe not tomorrow, but there will be a stream tomorrow. 2 cool? Yes, you will see 2 cool. Tomorrow? Yes, there will be one tomorrow. You know why? Because it's Mako Day in 5 minutes. It is Mako Day in 5 minutes, actually. You remember last year? How I said May 5th was Mako Day because May and then go? Yeah, tomorrow is Mako Day. There will be a stream. No, it's not 2 cool tomorrow, but there will be a stream. It'll just be art. It'll just be an art stream. Because there is something that I've been meaning to like show you guys for a bit. It's just old art that I drew 10 years ago. I want to redraw it on stream for you guys. So yeah, I'll probably do that tomorrow. So, happy Mako Day. Before we end, let's do the tradition I missed. 1. Because I had some yesterday. Anyway, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, I haven't said this for a while. 3, 2, 1. Oyasalai! Thank you all for coming back to Mako Sunday! It's been a long time since I saw you guys. I'm really happy to see all of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow and for the rest of the week. Bye-bye! Bye.